Are you an English teacher preparing your students for the Cambridge English First exam and you don't know where to start? Or you would like some ideas on how to do it? Would you like some tips for the different papers from a fellow teacher who's facing the same challenges? Then let's do this together and keep watching. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Learning Together with Robert. If this is your first time visiting me, thank you very much for being here. And if you're back, then thank you so much for your support, because without it, this wouldn't make any sense. If you haven't subscribed, why not do it now and give us a thumbs up? I'm Robert Martinez, and I've been an English teacher since 1994. And I've been a teacher, educator, and language assessment consultant for almost 20 years now. I've worked in the ELT world in 9 different countries. Can you guess which ones they are? You can pause the video and see if you can guess. I'm a CELTA tutor and assessor, and I also tutor on the IHCYLT course, the Certificate in Teaching English to Young Learners and Teenagers. And I enjoy being in the classroom. If you want to know more about my professional background and qualifications, I've put a link to my LinkedIn profile in the description below, and also to a video cartoon version of my CV just to jazz things up if you want to check them out. Now let's get to work. The Cambridge English First exam. Now here are 5 tips I want to share with you that I wish someone had shared with me when I first started. So tip number 1, get to know the exam inside out. Get a copy of the free teacher handbook available online and make a little table with the different parts of each exam. I found personally that this really helped me when I started teaching Cambridge exams preparation, and particularly this exam. This really helped me out when planning my lessons and to ensure variety of activities. Tip number 2. Check your course program and syllabus at your workplace or school, because different schools and organizations do things in different ways. It's really important that you see what they want you to cover, because it is tied to their own program, and therefore you want to be doing obviously what your boss wants you to. Tip number 3. It's really useful to decide very early on how to structure your lesson. So for example, I like to ensure a variety of skills during each lesson. I usually have lessons of 1.5 hours, 1 hour, 25 minutes. And so I'd like to give my students a sense of completion and that they are covering all the different parts. I'd like to divide my lessons into 4 main parts, each part addressing a different part of the exam, and then making this consistently. I think this gives a really good sense of structure and coherence to whatever it is that you're doing in the classroom, and your students do appreciate it. Obviously, you can be flexible and you can change the order, but it's a good idea to have a clear structure for what you're doing in the classroom. Tip number 4. Identify your students' specific needs as early as possible on the course, so that you're better able to then get that information that you're getting from the teacher handbook. There's plenty of information there and help and tips regarding specific soft skills, and then you can match those to the ones that your students are having problems with. So keep listening carefully, reading carefully, looking carefully at them during the lesson and their homework, so that you can really get all that information that is going to help you really focus on those skills. And last but not least, tip number 5, familiarize yourself with the Cambridge assessment criteria. This is, I think, one of the things that have helped me the most in my teaching. The criteria is available in the teacher handbook for all the different papers. And once you get to understand a little bit how the criteria is applied with the examples that are given there, then you have a much better idea of the criteria yourself. I feel a lot more confident, and I feel like I actually really can tell students for certain where they're at and what they need to do. Okay, so this is all for now. I hope it was useful, and feel free to share your comments and questions in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. And remember, learning is fun and you don't have to do it alone. So let's do it together with Robert.